Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. In this video I'm going to teach you how to crochet this beautiful design. It's very easy to do. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're going to need to make it. If you are not already subscribed, please subscribe and click on the little bell, that way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see an English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel. Then you'll find the English version in there. Also, I have some playlists. One of them is Ruby Stedman English tutorial, and I have all my English video in there. For this design, I'm gonna use Peyton lace sequins, fine 2, 314 meter, 344 yards. The color is crystal, it's white, and it's 70 grams. It's 68% acrylic, 14% polyester, 9% mohair, 9% wool. The crochet hook that I'm going to use for my size is 2.5 millimeter. You're going to need tapestry needle. And here I have 5 different size hook with 28 chains each. I want us to explain that just by changing the size of the hook, you can do this piece bigger or smaller. You don't have to change the amount of chains that you have to do for this design. I'm going to show you the different sizes of hooks, that way you can see, and they all have 28 chains. That's the amount of stitch that you need for one motif, 28 plus 1, so I did 28. And this is the 2 millimeter crochet hook, and you'll see the difference between the 2 and the 2.5. That's the one that I'm going to use for mine. Put in here side by side. I already had 2 extra chain in between here from the 2 millimeter and the 2.5. So this one is a 3 millimeter. If I put it here, you'll see the difference. I have 2 chains in between the yellow one and the red, but then now I have 4 chains in between the 2 millimeter and the 3 millimeter. You see how the size is changing, even if you have the same amount of chain on each, just by changing the hook size. So this is the 3.5 millimeter. And you have 2 more chains in between, and this one is 3 chains between the red and the pink. So you can see the difference already between this one and this one. Is a completely different size already. And this is a 4 millimeter. I just did it until 4 millimeter, and you can see the difference. 2 more chains in between. So you will have between this one at 2 millimeter and the 4 millimeter, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chains in between. So mine is a medium size. I'm using the 2.5 millimeter. So if you want a smaller size, you can use a 2 millimeter, and if you want a larger size, you can use a 3.5 to a 4 millimeter crochet hook, and the piece will be much bigger. You see, for a large you can use between the 3 to the 4 millimeter. And just by doing that change of hook, you change the size of your piece. Because for mine is a medium size and the stitch is multiple of 28 plus 1. So I'll do 112 plus 1 is 113 plus 3 to turn my work around. That's 116 stitches that I have to do. And just by you changing the hook size, you can change your piece or your top like size. This we're gonna make 2 pieces. The length is depend on you. This is gonna be a crop top for me, but for you can be as long as you like it. You just have to do more repetition of the design or the motif, and in the top you will finish like that. For the back you will do the neck opening a little bit higher and this one a little bit lower for the front, but it's very easy to do. This is a 28 stitches plus 1, so here is 2 repetition, and then 2 more in here, So I did a chain of 112 plus 1 plus 3 to turn my work around, and this is the size. So this is a very easy stitch to do, and I absolutely love it. So that's what I'm going to do. Cast down a 112 stitches plus 1 plus 3, that's 116. I wanted to mention that I measured the chains, and it's a half an inch different in between each chain. This one measures 17 inches, that is 43.5 centimeters. From this one I already used for the first part of the piece. So I'm gonna do a slip knot, and I'm gonna do my chain of 112 plus 1 plus 3, that's 116 chain. And remember, for mine I'm using a 2.5 millimeter, and this is a medium. But if you are a medium with a big chest, you can use the 3 millimeter. So once I have my 116 chain, I will meet you here. Once you have your 160 chains, or the amount that you want for yours, you're going to do a yarn over. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then number 5, you're going to do a double crochet. And that is the second double crochet of 5, because the chain 3, it counts as the first. So you have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then number 4, you're going to do a double crochet. Now you're going to do 5 of these empty square. I call them empty because they're a little open square. So you're going to do 5 of these. 1, 2, and 3, yarn over. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then number 4, you're going to do a double crochet. I have 2, 1, 2, and 3 chains, yarn over, 1, 2, 3, and number 4, you have 3, and like that you're going to continue until you have 5 of these empty squares. Once you have these 5 empty squares, you're gonna do 9 double crochet, and this one that you did to do the last empty square count as the first one of 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And now you're going to do that repetition again, over and over. 5 empty square, 9 double crochet, 5 empty square, 9 double crochet, 5 empty square. At the end you're going to finish with 5 double crochet. That's what I did for this one. I start with 5 and I finish with 5 at the end. So remember, this empty square is chain 3, you skip 3 chains, and then in the fourth you do the double crochet, 5 empty and 9 double crochet, and at the end 5 double crochet. Once you finish that first row, you're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to turn your work around. Let me do the number 6. And we're going to start in row 2. This is a 10 row repetition. I wanted to mention that. It's from row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then after 10, you start again with repetition of 1. So you're gonna, once you turn your work around, you're going to do a yarn over and you're going to do a double crochet and top of the last double crochet of these 5. And this time you're going to do 3 double crochet. And each time I said you're going to do like 3 double crochet, you're going to do 1 on each space. None of them are together because in this design you don't do double crochet together, okay? So in the next chain space you're going to do 1. And in the next chain space you're going to do the third one. Now between motif now you're going to do 4 empty squares. See, you have 4 of these and they're all chain 3 double crochet and the center of the 3 chain from the row before inside in the center of that square. Okay, so this time you're going to do 4. 1, 2, and 3, yarn over. You're going to go to the center of these 3 chains and you're going to do a double crochet in the center. You're going to chain 3 and you're going to do a double crochet in the center of this double crochet. You have 2. You're going to do 2 more for a total of 4 empty squares. Once you have your 4 empty square, you're going to do 3 double crochet, so you have 1 of 3. So you go to the next chain space, you do a double crochet, and you go on top of this first double crochet, you do a double crochet. You're going to chain 3, yarn over, you're going to count 1, 2, 3 double crochet, and at number 4 you're going to do a double crochet. You're going to chain 3, yarn over, and the last double crochet you're going to do the first double crochet of 3. So in the next chain 2 space you're going to do 1 on each. So 1 in this one and 1 in the center of this empty square. Now you're going to do exactly the same repetition from here. You're going to do 4 empty square, 3 double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, 4 double crochet. So you're going to have your 4 empty square and you're going to do 3 double crochet in here, your 2 empty square inside this 9 double crochet, 3 double crochet, 4 empty square, and so on. At the end you're going to finish with 3 double crochet, chain 3, and a double crochet, and the last double crochet like this. Now for row 3, you're going to chain 3. You're going to turn your work around and you're going to do a double crochet in the next chain 2 space for a total of 3 double crochet, counting that chain 3 as the first one. Now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. You're going to do a double crochet and the last double crochet of these 3. You're going to do 2 more double crochet in the next 2 chain space. You're going to chain 3 and you're going to double crochet in the center of these 3 chain space. It's off center always the square, you see. Now you're going to chain 3. You're going to do 3 of these into square. In the center you're going to do a double crochet, chain 3, in the center another double crochet. Now you're going to do 2 more double crochet in the next chain space and on top of the double crochet. 2 and 3 double crochet. You're going to chain 3. Now you're going to do 5 double crochet, 1 in the center and then 1 on each space. So 1 and the chain space is 2, and the center double crochet is 3, and the chain space is 4, and in the center chain space is 5. You're going to chain 3. You're going to do a double crochet in the last double crochet. Now you're going to do 2 more double crochet, 1 in the chain space and 1 in the center chain of those 3. And that's the repetition that you're going to do in row 3. You're going to have 3 of these empty square in here, and then in the center of this flower you're going to do this like that. Okay, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 5 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, and then 3 entry square, and so on until the end. Once you finish row 3, for 4 you're going to chain 6. You're going to turn your work around, and this is the repetition of row 2. You're going to skip 2 double crochet, the chain 1 space, and you go to the center chain, and you're going to do a double crochet of 3. 1 in the next chain space, and 1 on top of the double crochet. Now you're going to do 4 empty square like you did in row number 2, exactly the same. That's the same repetition. 3 chains, double crochet in the center of the 3 chain space, 3 chain, double crochet in the center of these 3 chain space, and you're going to continue until you have 4 of these empty square, and I'll show you how you're going to work on top of the flower. Once you have your 4 empty square and you have your double crochet and top of the last double crochet, you're going to do 2 more double crochet for a total of 3. And if you look, you see you have these in the same space of the one that you're doing now, because it's exactly the same repetition of row 2. You're going to chain 3. You're going to do a double crochet in the center of these 5 double crochet. You're going to chain 3, and you're going to do a double crochet in the center of this 3 chain space. You're going to do 2 more double crochet, 1 in the chain space, and 1 on top of this first double crochet. And now you have to do 4 empty square, exactly the same as you did in this side. And then you will do the same, exactly the same on top of the flowers. To finish row 4, once you have your 4 empty square and you finish with the double crochet on top of this last double crochet from the row before, you're going to do 2 more double crochet, 1 in the first chain space and 1 in the center chain space. You're going to chain 3 and you're going to do a double crochet on top of the third chain like that. And now we're going to work in row 4 that we're going to finish our first half of the motif. That will be to finish this flowers. Now row 5 is exactly the same as row 1, exactly the same. You're going to chain 3, turn your work around. You're going to start with 5 double crochet, so that's the first one of 5. So in the next chain 3 space you're going to do 3 double crochet, and 3 plus the chain 3 space is 4 double crochet, and you're going to do the last one, number 5, on top of the first double crochet. And you see, it's exactly the same as the beginning. Now you're going to do 5 empty square like here in 9 double crochet. 5 empty square, 9 double crochet. The 9 double crochet you're going to do in here between this double crochet and this double crochet. 1 on top of the double crochet, and you finish with 1 on top of the double crochet. And in total you will have 9 double crochet, 5 empty square, 9 double crochet. So let's pretend that you are at after you did your 5 double crochet. You're gonna chain 3, and the center at the 3 chain space you're gonna do a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet in the center, chain 3, double crochet in the center, and chain 3, and you're gonna double crochet on top of the last double crochet. Now you're gonna do 9 double crochet. That is the first one on 9. 2, 3, and 4. Number 5 is in top of this center double crochet, and now we have to do 4 more. 6, 7, 8, and 9 double crochet. And that's the repetition that you're going to do until the end. 5 empty square, 9 double crochet, 5 empty square, and 5 double crochet at the end. The first one going to be on top of this last double crochet, and in the next 4 chain space you'll do 4 double crochet. The last one will be on top of the 3rd chain in the corner. This time we're going to do the flowers on top of these spaces. So we're going to do 4 flowers in total in these half of the motifs. So you're going to chain 4. And this is row 6. You're going to skip the first double crochet. You're going to go to the center one. And you're going to do a double crochet. You're going to chain 3. And you're going to do a double crochet and a chain 3 space, chain 3, and you're going to do a double crochet in the center, and now you're going to do 9 double crochet, and that's the first one of 9. Okay, so you're going to do in here, and the next chain space, a double crochet, and this double crochet, a double crochet. Now you're going to do a double crochet on each chain space. That's 4, and 3 that we did is 7. And 7 on top of the double crochet. 8 is in the chain space, and 9 in the center chain space. And I'll count them for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And you see, you're going to start in the center of the square. You're going to work all the square, and you finish in the center of the square. Now you're going to do the repetition that you did in this row. You're going to do 5 empty square, 9 double crochet, 5 empty square, 9 double crochet. At the end, you're going to finish with 2 empty square. When you do the number 2, you will chain 1 and do that double crochet in the last stitch. So this one will be a small little square because only have one chain space. That is to make the chain space off center. I forgot to mention that when you're working on top of this double crochet, when you do the first square that you do your double crochet in the center chain 3 space, you're going to count 1 and 2 double crochet, and then the third one you're going to do a double crochet because this chain spaces counts as the first one of 3 stitches, because if we continue working 3 stitches and the fourth we do the double crochet. And then once you do that one and the third double crochet, you're going to count 1, 2, 3 double crochet, and the fourth you do a double crochet, and you just count, you will have 2 double crochet plus the first chain space is 3, and then the fourth is the center of this space, you will do your double crochet. So like that you're going to continue 5 empty square, 9 double crochet, 5 empty square, 9 double crochet, and at the end you will finish with 2 full empty square plus. I'm going to show you how you're going to finish here at the end. So you're going to chain 3, and the chain 3 space in the center you're going to do a double crochet. You're going to chain 3, so you have your 5 double crochet plus the chain space. So after you do yarn over, you're going to count the chain space as the first. That's 1, 2, and 3. And number 4, you're going to do a double crochet, and as you can, you will have 2 more double crochet. That's this double crochet and the chain 3 space. So you're going to chain 1 and you're going to do a double crochet on top of the third chain, and like that you finish the 6th row. Now we're going to work on row 7. You're going to chain 6, 5, and 6. You're going to turn your work around, and row 7 is like row 2, except that we had to start with empty square. And here we start with the half a motif flower. Now we are doing the flowers in this part. So you're going to do a double crochet and the next center of the 3 double crochet, like so. Chain 3, and you're going to do a double crochet in the center of those 3 chain space. Now you have to do 2 more double crochet, because you see you have to do this in the side of each flower. So this is a very easy pattern to remember, to follow, because the flowers stay the same. The only thing you're doing is moving in up places. So you're gonna chain 3, a double crochet in the center. So you're gonna count 1, 2, 3, and then number 4, that's the center. You're gonna do a double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, and the last double crochet you're gonna do a double crochet of 3. In the next chain space you do 1, and in the next chain space, that is the center chain, you do your third one. You're gonna chain 3, you're gonna do a double crochet in the center, and now you have to do 4 empty square, exactly like you did here. In this row, in between flowers, you have 4 empty square, so you're doing it now in row 7. When you get until the center of this square, you will do 2 more double crochet in here, chain 3, and the center double crochet you do a double crochet, chain 3, and the other 3 double crochet, and so on. So you can guide yourself by what you did in between these flowers in here. You can do it in this one. So at the end, you're going to chain 3. You're going to do a double crochet and the first chain 3 space in the center. You're going to chain 3. And you're going to do a double crochet and the third chain. So remember, you start in this row with a chain of 4. So you're going to skip 1 and you go to the next one. And if you come from the bottom up, it will be the third chain. You're going to do a double crochet. And you finish like that, the same way that you start with 2 empty square, you finish with 2 empty square. Now we're going to work in row. You're going to chain 4, turn your work around, you're going to do a double crochet in the center of this 3 chain space. So you create a small little square here. You're going to chain 3, you're going to do a double crochet in the center as this chain 3 space. Now you're going to do 2 more double crochet for a total of 3. Chain 3, and you're going to do a double crochet in the center here of 1 of 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 3, and 3 double crochet, 1 in the last double crochet, and 1 in the chain space, and 1 in the center chain space. And you see, like that. Now you're going to do 3 empty square, and then the same on each side of this flower. 1, 2, and 3 double crochet in the center of the chain 3 space, 1, 2, and 3 double crochet in the center, 1, 2, and 3 double crochet in the center. Now you're going to do a double crochet in the chain space, a double crochet on top of the double crochet, chain 3, 5 double crochet, and then chain 3, 3 double crochet. The first one will be here of 3, and then 3 empty square, and so on. You're going to continue creating this in between the flowers. And now we're going to work on row 9, and row 9 is like row 7. We're going to create these spaces like that and the flower on top of here. You see, we're doing the flower exactly like we did the first one. So you're going to chain 6, you're going to turn your work around, you're going to go to the center of the chain 3 space to off center this square, you're going to do double crochet, chain 3, and you're going to do a double crochet on top of this third double crochet. So that's the first of 3, then a chain space 1, and the center chain space 2 for a total of 3. You're going to chain 3, you're going to do a double crochet in the center of this 5 double crochet, 3 chains, double crochet in the center of the 3 chain space, 2 more double crochet, 1 in the chain space, and 1 on top of the double crochet. You see, it's like this row. Now you're going to do 4 empty square, and exactly what you did in this one you're going to do in the other flowers. 1, 2, and 3 double crochet in the center, chain 3 space, 1, 2, and 3 double crochet in the center, 1, 2, and 3 double crochet in the center, chain 3, and the last double crochet, and you're going to do a double crochet of 3. You're going to chain 3, double crochet in the center double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, 1 in the center of the chain 3, 1 in the next one, and 1 in the first one, top of the first double crochet. And that is how you're going to continue in this row. And at the end you're going to finish with empty square, a double crochet, chain 3, and a double crochet on top of the third chain for a total of 2 empty square at the end. And like that is row number 9. We had to do number 10, and we done a full motif. For row 10, we're going to do the repetition that we did in row 6. You're going to have a small square, 2 full empty square, 9 double crochet, 5 empty square, 9 double crochet, and so on. So you're going to chain 4. You're going to turn your work around. And the center of this chain 3 space, you're going to do a double crochet. Chain 3. And the next chain 3 space, you're going to do a double crochet, chain 3, and top of this last double crochet, you're going to do the first of 9. So you're going to do 9 double crochet, 5 empty square, 9 double crochet, and so on, and you're going to finish with 2 empty square plus a little one that will be a chain 1 and a double crochet at the end. 2, 3, 4, and 5. You see 5 is in the center. Now 4 more. So that's 6, 7, 8, and number 9 is on top of this first double crochet of 3. Now you're going to do 5 empty square, 9 double crochet, 5 empty square, 9 double crochet, and like that until the end. So those are the 10 row repetition that you're going to do until you have the length that you want, until it's time to do the opening for the neck and separate the shoulders. So those 10 row repetition, exactly the same over and over. So for mine, and mine is a crop top, I did 1, 2 full repetition plus half of the third one. And then when it's time to do row 6, I separated the shoulders. So depend on the size that you're doing yours is when it's time to leave the opening for the collar. And let me zoom out a little bit. So like this. So I did from row 1 to 10 once, twice, and half a one. So that was 25 rows in total, because 10 and 10, 20 and 5, and here I finish in 5, and then when it's time for 6, I separate my shoulders. Okay, so work on yours. until you are at this point, and then I will show you how you're gonna separate them. It's very easy. Right now I'm at the point where I have to separate the side of the shoulders and leave the opening for the neck and the front. But since I already have my front piece done, I'm gonna show you in one side of this one exactly how you're gonna do this side and the other one. And then after that I will frog the little piece that I do, and then I will show you how to do the one for the back, because I don't want to undo what I've done in this one. It's really difficult to undo this yarn, so I will try just to do it in one. And then after I will show you how to work the back, because I want the back to have this neck part a little higher up than the front. I don't want them to be at the same level, just a little bit higher. Okay, now we're going to work like repetition of row 6, but instead to continue all the way, we're going to stop and here. You see, this is the first row where I separate the shoulder, and instead of doing 5 of these open square, I did only 4. I finished here after I passed this first group of 9 double crochet and the first chain 3 space. I did the last one, the last double crochet, and I only have 4 of this space, and then I turn my work around, and then we're gonna work only in one motif of the flower for each shoulder. So do that, the repetition of row 6 until you have 4 empty square, and I will meet you here. So I wanted to mention that I'm working on my second ball of yarn. Here was where I changed to the new one, so I finished this one little piece with a new one, and this is what I done with the same, with a new ball of yarn. So once you have the 4 empty squares, you're gonna chain 4. You're gonna turn your work around because we're gonna work only in this shoulder. You're gonna go to the center chain of these 3, and you're gonna do a double crochet. And now you're going to continue exactly how you done the stitch. 1, 2, and 3 chain, double crochet in the center of this 3 chain space. 1, 2, and 3, double crochet in the center. 1, 2, and 3, double crochet in the center. Now you're going to do 2 double crochet and this side of the flower. That's 1 and 2. You're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. You're going to do a double crochet in the center, so you're going to count 1, 2, 3, and the number 4, a double crochet. You're going to chain 3, a double crochet, and the last double crochet. and 2 more double crochet. You see that this flower motif stay exactly the same, and the only place that change is on the border and here. Okay, the rest stay the same. 1, 2, and 3 double crochet in the center, 1, 2, and 3, and a double crochet on the third chain. You're gonna chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you turn your work around. You're gonna do a double crochet in the center of this 3 chain space. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you're gonna do a double crochet in the center of this 3 chain space. Now you're gonna do 2 more double crochet, 1 in the next chain space, and 1 in top of the first double crochet. You're gonna chain 3, and now you're gonna do 5 double crochet in the center of the flower. So the first one is in the center of the 3 chain, and then you're gonna do 4 more for a total of 5. 3, 4, and 5. Chain 3. You're gonna do a double crochet in this last double crochet, 2 more double crochet, chain 3, double crochet in the center of the chain 3 space, chain 3, double crochet in the center of the chain 3 space. Now you're supposed to do 3 double crochet, 3 chain, and a double crochet at the end. So this time you're going to do only 1 chain, and you're going to do a double crochet and the third chain from the bottom up, and that's going to give that angle to the color. Once you finish with row 3, you're going to continue with the chain of 4. You're going to turn your work around, and you're going to go to the chain 3 space, and you're going to do a double crochet, and this will create more that angle for the shoulder. 1, 2, 3 chain. You're going to do a double crochet in the center, 1, 2, and 3 double crochet in the last double crochet. Now you're going to do 2 more double crochet. That's 3. You're going to chain 3, double crochet in the center of this 5 double crochet, chain 3, double crochet in the center of these 3 chain. You're going to do 2 more double crochet for a total of 3, and you're going to chain 3, double crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 3, and double crochet in the third chain from the bottom up. You're going to chain 4 again, turn your work around, and we're going to work on row 5. I changed the numbers of row because I just counting the row that you're doing for the shoulder, because here 6, 7, 8, 9 we work in number 10, but since I'm only working in this shoulder, I just going from 1 to 6 this time. So you're gonna do in the center of the 3 chain a double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, a double crochet in the chain 3 space, and when I say that, it's always in the chain 3 in the center. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, double crochet in the last double crochet of these 3, and you're gonna do 9 double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the center, 6, 7, 8, and 9, chain 3, double crochet in the center, chain 3, double crochet in the center, chain 3, double crochet and the third chain from the bottom up. And now what we're going to do is all empty squares in this row, and you see you have an angle to the shoulder. So you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn your work around, and you're going to do a double crochet in the center at this chain 3. Chain 3. Now the rest is chain 3, double crochet. Here. 1, 2, 3. Number 4. 1, 2, and 3. In the center. Chain 3. And a double crochet and the third chain from the bottom up. You're going to chain 1, cut your yarn, leaving a tail for sewing, and pass it through. And then the same that you did in this side, just like that. You're going to come to this side and do exactly the same. You're going to start from the outside of the work in. That way this part is exactly the same as the other one. You're going to start, finish in the center of this one, chain 4, turn your work around, work this side. Once you have the two sides done, you're going to work in the back piece. You will work your back piece until this row, and then you will meet me here to continue with the back piece, because that will be new, to show you how you're going to work a little bit higher, and then how you're going to separate the shoulder if you want the back to be higher than the front. But if you want both to be exactly the same, what you do is you work them, the two pieces exactly the same, and then I will meet you. Now for the back piece, you're going to complete this next motif, and we're only going to do a little piece in the top for the shoulder. So in total for the back, you will have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 complete flowers. That is 3 repetitions of the design. And after that, we will work on the shoulder. For the front, you'll have 5 complete flowers. That will be 2.5 motif, because the other half is done in this part of the shoulder. So you will complete this one for the back. Okay, so finish that from row 6 to 10, and I will finish this part. Now we're gonna do this is coming undone in here in the corner. Sorry. Let me do this slip stitch. So we're gonna do 2 rows of empty square on each shoulder. I know it's an extra one that we're gonna do, but when the top of the shoulder, you know, that extra, you know, all the shirts and stuff is a little bit longer, the shoulder and the back than the front, and to do that top. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 2 rows. You're gonna count the amount of little square that you have in the front, and that's the same amount of square that you have to have for the back. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 fold with 3 chain space in between, and the last one is a chain 1 and a double crochet, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do for the back. And what you're going to do on one side, you will do exactly the same in the other. Once you finish, it will look like this, and with this little angle to the side like that, and you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 square. You're gonna do exactly the same in the other side. You're gonna do slip knot, and you go to the third chain. You will chain 6 double crochet, and you will work until you have 7 square. And then in number 8, you're gonna chain 1, do a double crochet, chain 4, turn your work around, and finish that shoulder. And then after that, we're gonna sew the shoulders with shoulders like this, and then we're gonna work on each side. We're gonna close that, and the same way that I showed you how to sew this shoulder, you're gonna do the same in the other one. But first, what I did is, since this yarn has some sequins, you see some little sparkles, I remove the sparkle from the tails. That way they don't get stuck when you're sewing. Otherwise they will get stuck with your needle and then you will have to cut your yarn. So I'm gonna sew this shoulder and then we'll continue with the other side. Once you finish, it will look like this: the shoulders, the opening for the head. Now I'm gonna sew the side, and I even the lower part, because remember in the shoulder you have that extra row, so you have to even the lower part. And I have here a safety pin, and I have 18 centimeters opening for mine, and I did the same in the other side. I'm gonna sew with regular needles and thread because this one has the sequence and it's real hairy, and it's better to do with needle and thread regular. It will be easier. So, and here I left in the back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 in the back, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 in the front. But you have to try this on with some safety pin like that way you know the size opening that you need to leave for yours. Remember, this is a medium size. Just wanted to show you that the seam is perfect, and this is a polyester thread. So I'm gonna sew until here. Do the same on the other side. Once you finish sewing this side, it will look like this. It looks absolutely amazing. I tried it on with this coral top that I have on 3/4 sleeve, and it looked amazing. I absolutely love it. So what I'm gonna do now is a border of single crochet, 1 row, the same around the arm opening and around the collar to give a better finish. And you're gonna love it if you make one of these, you know, for a long sleeve top or a spaghetti strap blouse, or you have an spaghetti strap dress that you love but you don't like to show all the shoulders and stuff. This will look amazing. Will dress it up really nice, especially if you find a yarn that had the little sequins in white like this. It will look amazing. So now I'm gonna do those borders and the places that I mentioned, and I will be done. I'm gonna start with the slip knot to create a loop. I'm gonna go in here, this stitch, the first one. I'm gonna pass that loop. I'm gonna chain one, and in the same space I'm gonna do my first single crochet. Now you have to make sure that you single crochet on each stitch, on each chain space. That way it's nice and even, except I'm gonna lose that tail as I go. Hide that tail. Except if you find that this is a little bit too open in this part for you and you want to do some decrease, you can do that. You can skip one chain space and go to the next one and do a single crochet, or you can decrease a stitch. So what you do is you go, for example, to this chain space, you pull through, you have 2 loops, go to the next chain space, you have 3, and you slip stitch through these 3, and you do a decrease, and you do that in different places. But for mine, I like the way it look, so I don't gonna do any decrease. I just gonna do single crochet and all the border, finish here with a slip stitch and the first single crochet, and do the same around the arm and collar. Once you finish working around the collar, it will look like this, and look the big difference that I make just doing that row of single crochet around the border. And I'm gonna do the same on my sleeve in both sides because mine are short sleeve. But now if you want to do a little bit of a sleeve, if you don't want a short sleeve like this, you can do this stitch here, these empty squares. So what you do is quick, I'm gonna show you. I don't gonna do a full sleeve, just how you're gonna start, because it's exactly the same as we work the stitch. I'm gonna do a slip stitch or a slip knot. I'm gonna pass the loop through, and you're gonna chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're gonna go to the next square and you're gonna do a double crochet. Chain 3. Go to the next square, a double crochet. Chain 3, to the next square, a double crochet. You're going to do the first row like that. You're going to finish with a slip stitch on the 3rd chain, and then you will chain 4, and you're going to do a double crochet in the center of this 3 chain space. Chain 3, a double crochet in the center, exactly the same as you did for here. In one row you're going to start with a chain of 6, in the next row you're going to start with a chain of 4, and like that you're going to work your sleeve. Okay, either you want a little bit of a sleeve, a 3/4 sleeve, or a long sleeve. But since mine is without a sleeve, because I like it the way it looked like that when I tried it on, I'm gonna do single crochet. So I have to make sure that where I have the double crochet, I do inside that double crochet 2 single crochet, and in the top of the double crochet I do the 3rd one. In the chain space of 3, I will do 3 single crochet, and so on. I don't want to decrease because I don't want these to get smaller. I want them to be exactly the same size that I left the opening. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do all the way around, and I will show you the end result. this is what I have left of the second ball of yarn. I use one and a little bit of this one. Well, this is the end result, and I absolutely love this little crop top or vest or little blouse. It's absolutely gorgeous. And here I have it with the long sleeve black dress, and it looks amazing. And like in the picture, you can put it on with the spaghetti strap dress, or you can put it with a bandeau or a bikini top or with a spaghetti strap. You know, it's very versatile, so it is gorgeous. And I hope you guys like it, and give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this design and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family. That way you help me grow here on YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.